And welcome everybody to another top 5. In this top 5, we are counting on our top 5 rock Pokemon. This is gonna be close to our last. I think the next top 5 is gonna be our last top 5, which is top 5 steel type. That's gonna be a banger. So if you are interested in that, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you're interested with all of my anime contents and Pokemon contents, please check me out on my YouTube channel, the F King TV. Without further ado, this, as for all of my top 5, is based on my opinion, not based on stats or designs. If you disagree, please leave your own top 5 or any of your favorite rock types in the comment section below, and let's get this discussion going. Without further ado, let's start with number 5. SUDOWOODO. I mean, isn't it obvious that I would pick SUDOWOODO? I mean, it's literally pretending to be true. Like, it's a goofy ass design, and the fact that a quote that I always interpret SUDOWOODO with is, you don't move me, or you don't move me, you move around me, kind of thing. I love that he's the famous roadblock, and he has such a goofy design though. Like, I first thought when I saw him, as do all of us, that he's actually a grass type, but he's rock type. Why would person rock type? It's just so goofy design. I love him with Brock. Like, everything about SUDOWOODO is just goofy, and he deserved to be shouted out on my number 5. Without further ado, let's proceed into number 4. Number 4 is KABUTOPS. The design alone for KABUTOPS, bro. KABUTOPS reminds me of like a Soul Reaper aesthetic or Green Reaper aesthetic, and the fact that it's one of the ancient kind of prehistoric Pokemon in first generation. Damn, I freaking love KABUTOPS, and not to mention Helix. He's birthed from Helix. No, Dome. Yes, Kabuto is from Dome Fossil. And oh, I made a mistake there. So yeah, Dome Fossil. Yes, he split it from Dome Fossil, the anime, the natural anime of Flower Helix. So yeah, refer to the design. Check. Stats, not really. I think it's not really that much, because I haven't seen any effect with all of the Wi-Fi battle. Not grass type. Out of KABUTOPS, it's not really nothing. This stands about the design alone. I love the design, the anime appearances. The anime appearances that I remember is the Kabuto kind of waking up in the one of the islands, Orange Islands, the episode of Orange Islands a while ago. That was freaking terrifying for me. And for me, KABUTOPS design alone is worth mentioning in here, and I really do love using him. Every time I write about it, I have a preference and favoritism for number KABUTOPS though. It's not really that utilized more. I hope a lot of people utilize him more, because it's a relatively fast and offensive Pokemon. So I love using him both in-game and Wi-Fi battles. So yeah, number 4 is gonna be KABUTOPS. Let's proceed into number 3. Number 3 is AERODACTYL, bro. He looks like a dragon, right? And you gotta admit, he looks like a dragon, but he's based on pterodactyl. I know that. I freaking know that. And the anime that he appeared in, he had battled Charizard. He was the cause of Charmeleon's evolution. That's quite the awesome anime appearance, anime debut. I love the speed he exhibits. I love his offensive nature. Everything about AERODACTYL, bro. Everything about AERODACTYL. His design, his stats. Like, I think he's more popular than KABUTOPS. That's hence why I actually put him on top of here. And I think the next rock flying type is Archeops. And for me, I have a distinct. I don't really like that much. But AERODACTYL is cool. I love AERODACTYL. One of my favorite rock types. And one of the strongest rock types as well, as of first generation. So without further ado, number 3 is AERODACTYL. Let's proceed into number Number two. Who's the good boy? Who's the good boy? This is the good boy. They form like Tanya. I wanted to put dusk form or the night form, or the dawn form, dawn and dusk. But for me, the first time I see, guys, there's a lot of story time about this. The first time I see they form like Rock, I think this is back when Sun and Moon, the first trailer for Lycanroc appeared in. I think Lycanroc's evolution, that was set. I actually fell in love with Lycanroc. Like, I said, ooh, wow, that design alone is so freaking slick. It's legit so slick. I wanted them. I'm gonna use that Pokemon in my Sun and Moon playthrough. Like, in my very first Sun and Moon game, I'm gonna use that in my team. Like, that is just so slick. I was freaking amazed. And it did not disappoint at all. It's one of the fastest Pokemon. It sweeps. It KOs a lot of the Pokemon. Really speedy Pokemon, really fast, really offensive Pokemon. And for me, one of my top tier Pokemon back in Sun and Moon days. So for me, number two is worthy of being my number two spot. Like, he's just so slick looking. And I freaking love dogs. Like, I feel like I know that he's more like a fox or a wolf kind of Pokemon, but I equate him to a freaking dog. Like, this is a good boy right here. Like, the fact that one of my favorite kahunas in Sun and Moon, Olivia, I think Olivia's name, is also has this Pokemon. Like, you just won my heart over, my girl. So without further ado, they form Lycanroc, hitting on number 2. Let's proceed on to number 1. Is it really any surprise that I picked Tyranitar? I mean, he is Tyranitar. Like, come on, he's like one of the awesome, most powerful rock types of all time. He's even in my dog type Pokemon, top 5 dog types. Like, come on, like, most of the time, if I put a typing higher up in the list in other top 5, I usually put it in like the lower tier, like the number 5 or number 4 spot, but I can't put like on top of Tyranitar. That is just not justified though, because he's literally the strongest one. He's the pseudo legendary of second generation. Like, I love Tyranitar. He was one of the most unique pseudo legendary, which I have a little rant for the pseudo legendaries. Why is it that all of the pseudo legendaries that came after 3rd gen have been dragon types? Like, I want more Tyranitar. Like, I hope Scarlet and Violet has a non-dragon type pseudo legendary. So for me, Tyranitar, one of the best design rock types, one of the most popular, one of the most best looking, one of the most offensive looking, most intimidating looking Pokemon of all time. So without further ado, number 1, I think it's well deserved for me to put Tyranitar in both my dark type and rock type list. So without further ado, let's wrap in with number 1, Tyranitar.